Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Shows, Style, and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course, and as you can see from the title of this video, I do want to talk about what I now think is a content creator storyline, an extension of the last season of Dragging the Millimeters. And it is so ironic considering Miss Black Titanic's lawyer's latest push. Now, before we get into this discussion, this topic, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. And everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. Okay, so of course, we all know about the latest lawsuit filed by a blogger against Melody Cherie Rogers. And the lawsuit also mentions several content creators. And Melody gave us the heads up last night when she went live and she talked about the lawsuit. In my opinion, this lawsuit appears to be a season 8/9/10 storyline. This appears to be an extension of the previous season where Melody's fan base, the Millimeters, were attacked. And the Millimeters are Love and Marriage Huntsville's largest fan base as well. While on the cast trip, we saw last season where the ladies, it was Nell who brought up the discussion, and Stormy kind of took the baton, and they talked about everything that happened at Stormy's warehouse involving Miss Black Titanic. And Nell said that, Melody's fans, they talked bad about her. So she kind of got the conversation started. We know Kimmy chimed in, and so did Destiny. And it was an attempt to really attack Melody's fan base, and she definitely did not appreciate it. Also, we saw where Marceau also attacked the Millimeters, calling us deplorables, and at times he has compared Millimeters to Trump supporters. So I know in previous videos I have flushed out the girl trip scene. So I do want to get into what Marceau had to say about the fan base, and Melody did not like it one bit. Here we go. And there is a commercial break coming. Just one moment.
It's never ending. You gonna test the anchor free Martell? You know what? No, that's that free t-shirt. Free t-shirt. You should have showed me that. God dang. Oh, you should have. Because how dare you? As a man, if you see DV, if you see DV in the person, yes, it is. You should be like, it shouldn't be no freedom, man. I should kick your ass up in this damn store. You know that energy you used to text, you could have hit me on my cell that you have and said, hey, Mel, are you and the children good?
You know what response I would have got? You know what response
I would have got? I know what response I would have got.
I know what response I would have got. Who is this?
I have your number in my phone.
I think that while we're in rebuilding, we look out and we try to stay in lanes. I don't feel comfortable texting you about what's going on with this right here, especially if I text you before about other stuff. Now it just seems like nosy and I'm fishing. So
well, why don't you tell your wife to text me?
Her too.
Hey, check on me.
And then by the time we got the information, we heard it was 2 years old.
It don't matter when it was. That's the dude you chose to be friends with.
That's the dude you chose.
That's the dude you knew him before I knew him. You knew him before I knew him. You knew him before I knew him. Going forward, because I feel like we trying to all go forward, and we say
I feel like you're not trying to go forward.
Oh, yes,
I feel like you're trying to hold small stuff.
No.
When we go forward, like 1 second, but we make a statement.
No.
Next second, we invite you to Expo, and now you come here, you all been hurt about this statement, and I was praying for you in that statement.
Going forward, what I'm asking is that y'all give me the same courtesy that I give y'all, which is when people ask me certain things about you, Tisha, Scope, anything. I don't have anything to say.
When have we ever jumped on and just got anybody's business?
You have talked about me, kept on shade for you to go online while we're beefing and be like, oh, well, what if I have a video of someone's mother? And that's crossing the line.
Fans are a group of deplorables. They are like cult supporters. It's yo crazy fans.
Oh,
the army of deplorables.
Go ahead.
They are
let you get it out.
Absolutely brainless. You have an army of zombies following you. And you know that.
No, how did you know? No,
you have not shut them down once. You've enabled them to go after.
Yes, go ahead.
You enabled them when you talked about Martell.
So let me say this real quick. First of all, I ain't got to enable a mother nobody. Second of all, you want me to control and shut down people that I don't know. Okay, while your mother-in-law has been out here dragging me for years, coming at me, calling y'all kind of bitches for years, but y'all can't control her. But you want me to control some people that I ain't never met? Get that. I'm not doing this in 2024. I'm not doing no shenanigans. I ain't doing no. Like you just told me, I know. You know. So we're not gonna play like that. I'm gonna have to go on that one because that pisses me off.
Relax.
No, I'm gonna have to go on and dip out. Tell your family to keep my mother name out their mouth and keep my kids out their mouth. And this, my people, is the double standard that I'm talking about that exists in this group. Double standard, every way, every which way, all around. Prime example. I know, you know. Piper and Leaf, thank y'all. Y'all are so amazing. I will be back because my tea was really good.
I think Mel's figuratively and literally running away from the truth. I think Mel knows what the millimeters do for her, and she likes it. So, of course, she's not going to stop something she likes. I'll take care of the bill, ma'am. She ran out without paying. That's how they do. They get loud, then they don't pay.
Okay, so we all remember that famous scene. I feel like Marceau loves it when he films a scene with Melody Cherie, so I know he's going to miss that for sure. But I just wanted to take a quick stroll down memory lane in terms of the previous season where the millimeters were attacked. Now, as far as Melody being brought into more drama, I feel like people are mad. Some folks are mad. You know, the powers that be, production, could be angry that she has left the show because she has been the show since season 1, episode 1. And so it's almost like payback. They know that she left the show to protect her peace. And I feel like they're on some get back. And they're hoping that they can disrupt her peace with this lawsuit. But Melody is definitely unbothered. Even on her live tonight on Instagram, she was saying how she reminds her team, you know, we are not worrying. She said that she is not worried about a thing. And in addition to the trying to attack Melody, it looks like the pro-Melody content creators will also be topics of conversation on the show. It looks like I can see it now, even if the cast is on a break right now from filming. We know that they will resume filming. Love and Marriage Huntsville produces a lot of episodes for the Oprah Winfrey Network own. And even Sunny Mink said it before on her YouTube live that Love and Marriage Huntsville films for several months out of the year. She even said it ain't even normal how much they film. So we know that they're going to resume. And I can totally see a group scene. I can see it with Destiny and Nell, them talking about this latest lawsuit against Melody Cherie. And they may even reference her Instagram live as well and play it for a few seconds in an episode. I can totally see it. And then we don't even know if Stormy will also film here and there for the show, whether she's a friend or not even a friend, but just kind of show up and they mic her up really quick. And she could chime in on the lawsuit as well. I feel like this will be an extension of Maurice's storyline as well. And then this season, it won't be so much the millimeter specific, but it'll be about the content creators and our commentary, our opinions on some of the cast members and some of their situations. Now, what I want to say in defense of us content creators is that one thing about the cast of Love and Marriage Huntsville is that they've definitely given us a lot of material to have opinions on, from all of the arrest and the mugshots and getting pulled over by law enforcement and the alleged forgery. It's been a lot that the content creators could give commentary on. So they are presenting it to us for us to report on and have an opinion. They may not like the nicknames that they're given. They may not like the creative visuals that people come up with and the thumbnails, but ultimately they are the source of the content 100%. If there were no arrest, those would be fewer stories for us content creators to report on. But it sounds like this will be an extension of the millimeter judgments and attacks, and now it's going to be content creator specific. The image that you see in the middle, it comes from a website. I was looking up reality TV storylines, and this website is formations.imt-atlantic.fr. So that's just where I got this image from, but it talks about the narrative arc. And so it has tension to the left, and on the bottom, it says the beginning, the middle, and the end. So the beginning is the plot where there is like an incident, an inciting incident. I thought those words were very interesting. Then there is a rising action, and then there is the climax. And in terms of this attack on the millimeters and Melody's fan base, I feel like last season was the plot. And the tension had already been there because they watch the content creators and they get offended. So the tension is there. The beginning was last season with Stormy talking about Miss Black Titanic. We're in the middle. We are approaching the climax with this latest lawsuit, and then we'll have to see the resolution in the end. Most certainly, Miss Black Titanic's lawyer, she is definitely trying to bring about a resolution for sure. And this is so ironic because her lawyer is actually seeking a restraining order to ensure that the show does not use Miss Black Titanic's likeness, her image. Even more, reportedly, Miss Black Titanic's lawyer is trying to get the production halted altogether. She wants the production of Love and Marriage Huntsville to cease, citing that the show is a public nuisance. I heard this today on Miss Black Titanic's YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe and go to Miss Black Titanic's YouTube channel. Click on the live tab and watch her most recent live. That is where I heard this information. We have to see how the judge decides. Definitely, Miss Black Titanic's lawyer is bold and courageous, and she's definitely, I'll say, very aggressive with the things that she tries to push for. So we'll have to see how the judge feels if she does agree. Certainly, I totally understand Miss Black Titanic not wanting her image to be used for the current season that they are filming. So we'll have to see what happens and how this will create some sort of storyline. I would imagine anyone who is an executive at OWN and is in their right mind, they have to have thought to themselves anyway, should we cease production right now? But I imagine, definitely Carlos would defend the show because it's his bread and butter. And he probably just kind of dumped everything on the millimeters and the pro Melody content creators, just allegedly, Carlos, and in my opinion. And so if I'm right, if everything is being blamed on the millimeters, then this would definitely be an extension of that storyline into the most recent season that they are filming. But what do you think? Do you think that the latest lawsuit is some sort of content creator storyline for the season that they are filming? And it is just so ironic with Miss Black Titanic's lawyer's latest push. We'll have to see. I would imagine at minimum, the judge would definitely understand them not using Miss Black Titanic's likeness at all. And we'll have to see if the show returns and if they continue filming. I feel like the cast members, no one is nearly as good at engagement as Melody Cherie. And when Melody was on Love and Marriage Huntsville, she was great at putting posts out there to make you think, who is she talking about? What is happening? Is this relating to a scene that she just recently filmed? And you would think about it and give your thoughts, and everyone would chime in as well. That was always great community, if you will, like a Queen Sheba chat, here for hot tea, the Gossip Girls, True Tea, wherever you love to go for discussion. And so Melody knew how to like get that poppin'. I feel like the other cast members, pretty much like the Scotts, they just post about Black, anything that's happening there. I hardly ever, Instagram doesn't really recommend Maurice's post if he posts IG stories. And Kimmy, I just happened to see the other day, like when she went to the hair salon and got her hair straightened out, and she was showing off how much the Lord has restored her hair. So it's kind of random, but they really don't, they're not really good at kind of getting folks excited or piquing anyone's interest for the show itself. That's a huge problem. So it's hard to even tell, where things are really, but we'll have to see what happens for the future of Love and Marriage Huntsville. But I thank you all so much for checking out this video. Please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you all had a terrific Tuesday. I did. I cannot complain. It was a long day, a longer day for work, but I powered through. While I was listening to Melody's IG live, I fixed some dinner and I've already like washed up the dishes, and so the kitchen is straight. And now I've created my content, so I'm gonna just knock out at the gym tonight. So I will see you all later. I may make another video or a couple of videos in relation to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I will talk with you all soon nonetheless. And we are all going to have a wonderful Wednesday. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.